Hello, Cam family. I hope you're doing well. Today is Saturday, and as usual, we are going to analyze the coins that you requested and give you an insight on how market is going to move in the coming week. Well, this week was a little bit different because we were a little busy with the profits that we were delivering from our VIP channel, and since we provided these signals for free, we did not have enough time to analyze too many requests. But what you can see is that we got an IOST long signal and a Manta short signal, both hitting profit at the same time, which tells you how important technical analysis is in the crypto market. Now, without further ado, let's go and see what we have been cooking for you this weekend. Okay, so without further ado, let's analyze the coin you requested this week. The first coin is Dude. Now, we have to go to higher time frames to get a better understanding of how things are moving forward. And with Dude, we can see the price went up. And every time that we had a strong momentum in the market, price recovered as well. And if we consider an A, B, C, D, E pattern, probably a diametric or triangle, we have to go forward to understand it. We can say that right now, with this big shadow around here and getting the rejection, we have to wait for the price to come down to a reliable support zone to finish wave D. So don't get fooled by the hype that these coins show when they are introduced on the exchanges. Your focus should be on finding reliable support zones to buy and sell. Moving on to the next coin, we have SQD. This was another request this week, and you can see that price went up, building on a trend line, and lost the support of this trend line, and it has been coming down under another diametric pattern, because you can see that okay, we got A, B, C, D, E, F, and finally with this shadow formed here, even on lower time frames, you can see this shadow has already challenged wave F and probably have even finished it. But since mostly market makers try to fill these shadows, we can expect wave F to give us one more push, maybe, before price comes down to finish wave G. But the main idea for wave G is to come and finish around these two support zones. So in our opinion, it's better not to be very bullish on SQD and instead try to write it down. Moving forward to Brett, let's see what we got. This was another request coming from you, and we can tell you that pattern here is kind of complex. Meme coins are very stupid investments in my personal opinion, unless you have some money that you don't really need and you can kind of gamble with it. Now, you can see that we got a big channel and prices coming down inside this channel. And even if you go to lower time frames, you can see that each leg has another pattern inside it. And right now, with this strong candle forming, even on the daily time frame, you can see that we got 3 strong candles forming a recovery. So the main idea should be a pullback forming on this coin, coming down for wave D to finish and finally push price to higher target levels. As you can see, the amount we have in mind is around 180%, so it's not a very high investment signal. It's just a short-term to mid-term pattern forming in order to deliver some profit for us. Moving on, we got undo, and one pattern after another, you can see that price needs to come to lower levels, and undo is not doing very well. We have already provided an insight on this coin, and you can see that we have around 40% correction so far. And the idea is for this box to support price a little bit higher before we see another rejection. So this is not good for investment, but for short time buying and selling and trading, it could be promising because this wave could deliver up to 100 or 90% profit. Moving on to our last analysis of the day, we got a VIP signal ready, and as you can see, it's on SUI, or however you might pronounce it. Now, our idea is for this coin to come down and visit lower support levels. Now we got a support form on this trend line, and you can see that this could be the third touch. Of course, we already saw a shadow formed here and giving us a nice pump from this zone. But since most people didn't really catch this shadow, given the fact that price is forming an ABC pattern, which can be followed with other legs, we will wait for price to reach these support lines. With an average stop loss of 55% from our both entries, we're going to ride it for more than 300%. So if you plan to buy this, on the first scenario, you can put like $50 on the first entry and $50 on the second entry in order to ride it to first target, second target, and third target. Of course, you can buy as much SUI or SUI that you like, but for ease of reference, we just tell you that for every $1,000, you should put $50 on the first entry and $50 on the second entry, so you can make the best outcome from our VIP and free signal channels. And that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed our analysis, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our page and leave your requests under this video so we can analyze them for the next week. Until then, stay safe and have fun.